They're fucking up your weight in your body. And I'm going to do some really triggering shit. If you're new to my world, I cuss a lot and I'm offensive to a lot of people, but there's that. All right. So here's the deal. I just launched a new course called Relationship by Design. This actually came through in 2021. I've been married for 18 years. Okay. And by the way, so fitness model here. I've been helping ladies get healthy, wealthy, hot as fuck, healing shit that most coaches and programs can't even touch because we can see all the things and trauma informed and all that fun stuff. But let's just talk about why we're really fucking here, right? Been married for 18 years. I've got 2 small kids and we almost got divorced around year 7. Not, we didn't almost get divorced, but I wanted to. I really wanted to. And to be truthful, my mom told me that all men wanted were sex. She's like, that's all they want, sex. Men are dogs. Even Cardi B sings about it. And you would be doing yourself an injustice if you didn't go read my latest blog about Relationship by Design. It's going to show you where you're fucking up your relationship, where you are. Let me just actually pull it up. There's so many great, because I'm doing a podcast as well on this. Like the beginning says how to build a connection so unbreakable that even his mother can't touch it. And oh my God. So I'll get into that, but it'll show you where in your relationship you're fucking up bad. You're showing your kids that you're just literally living in feminine wounds. And a lot of this stuff comes from the maternal line. It just comes from the women's of the women's of the women's of the women's and the mothers of the mothers, like the good mother, if you saw that blog. But this one, your marriage is one grateful woman away from being over. It's crazy. So we've been married 18 years and it's hard for me to even watch old videos of us because I emasculated him so bad. And let me just give you some examples of what I'm talking about. If you ever feel resentment, like you do so much and he doesn't do a lot, or be nice if you did the dishes or shit like that. Anybody ever tell your husband that? And, you could be a lesbian too. I don't give a shit if you like to fuck men or you're a girl and you like to fuck girls. I haven't, could care less. Hell, I used to be bisexual. Bring it on. We have gay guys in here. We have all the things. But either way, I say man, male, let's just say masculine energy, masculine, feminine energy, whatever. And most women have shitty relationships because deep down, and I put this in the blog, because they're so afraid. There's so many beliefs that men are dogs and that it's going to come with pain. They just fuck the relationship up before they can have one because there's a deep, deep wound most of the time, all the time, let's be real, of all these things. There's just lots and lots of limiting beliefs and core wounds when it comes to the relationship. Yeah, sure, like I'm not lovable, but there's other ones that stem from core wounds. And I won't even go into the trauma of it, but pretty much if you attract shitty men, you have to read this blog. You have to buy the course. You have to do the course. If you have struggles in your relationship, holy fuck. And let me just get into that one. So if you've ever had the resentment where, and let me know, like, if you're aware, are you aware that you're like this in your relationships? I would love to know. Let me know. Do you have resentment in your relationship, wishing that, they need to be doing more? You do the most in the household. This was my favorite one. I used to say, oh, I've got 3 kids because I've got 2 boys. And I'd say, oh, I have 3 kids. One of them's just a grown man. I laughed. Like, toxic women will laugh and say, yeah, husband's like a boy. He's like a 3rd child. Toxic bitch. Like, you are part of the problem. Okay. That's a huge, big one. Am I calling you out yet? Oh my God. You've just got to go read the blog. So here's some ways that it's showing up in your life. Jealousy. And by the way, cheating can be prevented, but jealousy, if you feel deeply insecure around other women, like if you don't want him looking at other women, dead giveaway. You need to be in Relationship by Design. You need to go read that blog because there's core feminine wounds you need to clear, because this is why men cheat. And most of the time you're just attracting a former, some kind of extension of your mother, father. So usually, and this is what gets me when women are like, no, I just married a narcissist. My parents were great. And I'm like, that's physically fucking impossible, because you only seek after the energy frequency that you carry until you wake the fuck up and you stop. So you're going to keep repeating the same shit. That's why people that say, oh, my parents are still together. And I'm like, they're together because they're like most of the other fucking miserable fucking people, because they're here for the kids. They're there just for the kids, or they're still stuck in the good wife syndrome, just trying to be a good wife. And I wrote about this too, how Skip's, are you in there? Skip's in there. I see Skip in there. The good wife, how she speaks for her man. She makes his appointments. She speaks for him at dinner parties. One time I was at the Waffle House. Those of you who don't know, in the South, is Waffle House, best fucking restaurant ever. And I'll fight you on that. I wish they cooked with different oils, but whatever. She was disgusting. She was mothering the shit out of him. He sat down to order. She was ordering for him and like, it caught my attention. She was talking loud and asking him about the menu and was like letting the waitress know what they're going to eat. And like just talking over him. And I was like, oh my, you want to just castrate him right then and there. That's what you're doing. I also noticed there was a lady who got on my fucking nerves. She worked at this place I probably won't mention because they may be watching my shit. But she was very like, okay, let me get that for you. And are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Good, good. How are you? How are you? How are you good? And it was just like, oh, disgusting. Over mothering, right? And real anxious. But when I saw her with a man, I saw her in surprise, surprise. She's a divorced woman. Surprise. Most women, we covered this in The Good Mother. Most women get divorced later in life after the kids leave because let's be real, they got married, they had kids quickly. They don't even know their fucking husband is, and they have houses and babies. They don't even know who their partner is. So most relationships need deep work. Most relationships, and I should be charging 50 fucking grand for this because it's going to do more for you than any therapy, relationship, any kind of therapy will ever do for you. Because most of you or like I was, happen sometimes because we have this knowledge, we don't fall in the same gaps, is most of you are just mirroring back each other's shit because you don't even know what's going on. You're not aware, you're triggered, you don't know how to properly communicate. And then deep down, you have all this fucking resentment. You're just a scorned fucking woman. And then you're secretly insecure that he's going to cheat or he doesn't need to be looking at that. And you're like wondering what's in his phone. Holy shit. Do you really think a relationship is going to work out like that? No. It's like with money, always worried about spending and making money and like you putting all this energy around the money, and it's no wonder it's not fucking coming in. I've gone through all this shit, like been so angry at money. And I'm like, and you wonder why you're having problems with it. Oh my God. But I watched this lady with the men, the males, especially the young male, because especially the young guys. He was doing something. This guy was great. Like, matter of fact, I wish he ran the fucking place. He was amazing. He was just like, you went there, he made it feel like home. He was cool, not all corporate stuffy bullshit and over mothering like this lady and just smothering you. I would hate to be her kids. Oh, no wonder she's divorced and drinks box wines all the fucking time and she's overweight. Hello. Yes, I'm going there. This is what I do. I bring the motherfucking truth. Okay, so I watched him. He like came from behind the counter and she said something and was like just eating his ass. Did you do this? But did you do it this way? I'll do it. Here, I'll do it. Just sit down. I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you. And I was like, oh, can you not fucking see? No, she can't see. No, she can't see. Because most people are fucking asleep. These are the same fucking normies who walk around and that's just how their relationship goes. And they love talking shit about their ex-husband or their old baby daddy who's all toxic. Bitch, you are the problem. Just go ahead and deem me like Andrew fucking Tate for women. Seriously. You want to be a fucking queen? Then fucking act like it, because you are part of the fucking problem. Period. I used to be this bitch. I used to be this nasty, gnarly bitch, because you know what my mom taught me? She taught me that all men are dogs, just like Cardi B. All men are shit. All they want is sex. They're going to cheat on you. I heard about how my dad was a piece of shit. All they want is this. And I watched my mom be the sacrificial martyr. So what do you think I attracted? Like, what do you think? What do you think I did in my relationship? So yeah, there was many times, and I can't even watch videos back in the day because I would just talk to him like shit. And of course, he has his own shit and we've worked through our stuff. But I really did. I attracted everything that my parents were. My dad was super fucking angry. My dad was the dad who you had to walk on eggshells around. We talk about this from a separate store. My dad was the type you had to walk on eggshells around, authoritarian. What he says goes. He literally received love by, he says jump, you say how fucking high. He was control fucking freak. He was power hungry. Grew up domestic. You can read about this in the book, my book, but that's the kind of man I had. Very angry. Most men, AKA boys, men, there's not a lot of men out there. Just like there's not a lot of real women out there. Okay. Cause real women they take responsibility for their fucking resentments and their fat asses. And when I say fat asses, a lot of you are way out of shape, way out of fucking shape. You've let yourself go. Your hormones are fucked. Being a martyr is not noble. That's what The Good Mother, the blog, The Good Mother, we go over that. And I'm saying this because you can do better, and I know you can do better, but it's not going to happen with you trying to be the good wife and the good fucking mom and the good all this. You need full permission to be free, and I'm here to give you that permission. Now, whether or not you want to spew venom at me because you don't know how to sit in your shit and you want to project, that's on you. But the ones of you who say yes, you want to heal your lineage, you want to heal your shit, and be a better woman so you can have everything you want, be a fucking, let's go. I've got relationship by design for you right here. But what you need to do, CaseyShip.com/blog. That's where it is. Now I'm going to get back into my storytelling. The next part that I remember, my dad. So he was angry, right? So then Skip, even though he's just yummy, he had tons of anger, tons of fucking anger. Oh my God, tons of anger. So we had to work through that, which if he was angry, that would trigger the part of me that didn't feel safe. So if I didn't feel safe, we had problems. I would literally create fights so we could distance ourselves from each other because I didn't feel safe with intimacy because he was not a safe man, right? So he's literally acting as my father. Now, the next thing, because I would act a certain way, I was very codependent. So I had to act a certain way. Like I needed him to do certain things so I felt safe. That's codependency. Any woman you see that's, can my husband do this too? I need him to sign up too. I need him to do the diets with me. I'm like, you are so fucking toxic. That is so codependent. And that's why you're like, who is this? That's why you're struggling with your weight and everything doesn't work out for you. So you're codependent, you're a control freak, and you're part of the problem. Women, believe it or not, everybody thinks men leads the way. That's false. That is all from the patriarchy bullshit that we have been fed through religion and all this other Puritan fuckwad. I don't even know the word here. Women lead. Women lead. Men and masculine leads, yes, a certain aspect of it, but you are the oracle. You create life. How do you do it? It's the man's seed. You create everything. If you watch animals, if you watch nature, mama bears, lionesses, everything. We just need the masculine to be the stability, the stability. But if you grew up with a nervous system who doesn't have that stability, guess what kind of relationship you're going to Exactly. Is this making fucking sense now? Say yes if it's making fucking sense, or no, or whatever else. Okay, so the next thing that I remember is, women and their toxic moms, like when they have sons or whatever, and they're just like, you still think you like rule his life and it's just like, it goes a whole another level up. Toxic women, how they still, like the matriarch, like tries to run the family, horrible, toxic, just all that shit. Oh, having sex out of guilt or obligation. I can't tell you how many women are still in the old paradigm of just making him happy, just making him, I enjoy it too. We do it all the time. No, you don't. You do it to keep him happy. You literally just go without sex for a week. Go without sex for 1 week or 2 weeks. Stretch it out. Watch the tension rise. We'll see. We'll see who folds to make your man feel safe and comfortable. We'll see. We'll see. So then my dad was that way. Okay. My mom was kind of an alcoholic. She had to be. We talked about this in the mother code yesterday. So she's an alcoholic. So she's emotionally unavailable. So then that's like how I grew up. That was my nervous system. That was just what was normal. So what do you think my relationship was like? Emotionally unavailable. I didn't know how to be open. What are you talking about? So naturally, then my husband was a drinker. See, you attract what you are until you become something different. Because nobody's coming to save you. You come to save you. You got to be the mother. You've got to be your mother. You've got to be your own best friend. You've got to be your sister. You've got to be the daughter. You've got to be everything. Nobody teaches this. Guess who does? Me, rite of passage. Yesterday, it was the good mother. Today, it's relationship by design. But I can promise you, if you have relationship trauma, you need relationship by design. And everybody's got it. I work with women. I've worked with women for 15 years, thousands and thousands of women. I've worked with couples. I've worked with so many couples. And women bulldoze the men most of the time. So there's a lot of work to do. There's a lot of work to do. No, he's not going to read your mind. So many people, I used to walk around think just so much resentment. If he would do this, then I could feel this way. Or if he brought in more money, then I could do this. I just had so much resentment. I was so angry. I wanted to project that anger onto something. And he was the perfect scapegoat. I needed him to be other things so I could love him more. Everything was conditional. But that's all I knew. I only knew conditional love. How much I'm doing. What am I doing? Like how much I'm doing, what I can produce was the way we receive love. Most women, how good of a mother are you making their birthday cakes? Are you cooking dinner for everybody? What happens when you don't do any of that shit and you're no longer the good fucking wife? Oh, you see where we're going here. Okay, so let me get to this one because I told you about the story with the lady. So that lady, yes, because there was another situation. I'll think of it in a second. Oh man, this is good. This is good. This is good. Yeah, any woman who makes him feel, not managing. Like how many women do you know try to manage their husbands? Oh my God, every one of them. And I know so many women who will say, oh God, he sent me this. I've got to order this for him. I'm like, why? He doesn't have his own Amazon account? Ooh, that is a woman who feels important from doing all the things for him. That's disgusting. That's literally disgusting. And I don't care what you say. I know there's a funny thing about like Arab men or something about how the lady is like, I don't do dishes. And he throws her money and she goes, I love doing the dishes. kind of thing, but we're not going to go there. We're not going to go there. Oh, this is good. How many women? I can do it myself. I'll just do it myself. I'll just do it myself. That was totally me. I'll do everything myself. I'll do everything myself. And what you're doing is you're teaching him that he's dispensable. And he's going to go somewhere where he feels like he's needed. I'll never forget when Skip started mentoring a lot of people and he started helping a lot of other people. I felt so fucking betrayed. I was so angry. And I couldn't put words to it. I just knew that I felt abandoned. I felt just angry. And it was because he was giving all in himself, all these things to other people instead of me. But I didn't know how to articulate that because I didn't have emotional intelligence back then. I was just like survival, doing life, thinking that life was hard and a struggle, never knowing that everything was on me. I had tons of trauma. I had no emotional intelligence. So you got to work on that shit. Relationship by design. Okay, here's another one. Here's another one. Oh, this is good. Yeah, and I tell you in the blog, like every appointment you're making for him is you proving that he's incompetent. Every routine you protect is choosing death over growth. I love this. Okay, I wanted to share with you some other things that you may not be aware of. Let me pull this up. Let's ask. Hello, emasculate, man. And oh, this will be good. Oh my God, this will be so good. I'm not even gonna tell you that one. Oh, this one's huge because I was not gonna tell you that one, but I guess I will. So there's something called in module 2, the 20-second rule. I didn't make this up. I found it. And I still have to work on this. Interrupting him. Holy shit, interrupting him. My son has taught me a lot because when I ask my son things, it'll take him so long to go find the answer. But there's a reason why. There's a reason why men take so long to answer things. But what women do is we drill them with 3 to 4 fucking questions in one thing. And then when they get upset, we get pissy. But you have to understand, and we talk about this in module 2, the science behind it and the communication. If you'll just do the 20-second rule, which you'll go over in module 2, you'll be writing me. You'll be saying, holy shit, Casey, this made more sense. You saved my marriage. Holy shit. We've already gone over speaking for him in social situations, but I know just a lot of you are doing things for him subconsciously and you're resenting. You're having babies for him, right? You're cleaning the house for him. You're trying to be pretty for him. You're doing so many things for him subconsciously because you think that's what a good wife is or a good mom or whatever the fuck. And he didn't notice. Why are you doing it for him? Do it for you, right? But you're in that old dynamic of like perfect wife type shit. It's so fucked up. And so many women, I think the thing that gets me the most is women who have shitty relationships and always blame their relationships. And I'm like, God, but you haven't worked on yourself at all. You literally are the same miserable old, you're just the same miserable old hag, repeating the same cycles. And you feel so weak inside. You don't want to open up and be vulnerable. And you're so afraid of getting hurt. And now you don't trust yourself and you're not speaking up. That's trauma coded shit, y'all. All easily fixed, easily. It's just like you just learn a couple things and increase your emotional awareness. And it's like, holy shit, your relationships become deep and you don't have to worry about getting cheated on because being cheated on is preventable, very preventable. Like I know a woman right now with an eating disorder and she's so dangerous. One eating disorder, by the way, you know what an eating disorder is? Women who obsess about what they eat. Just being obsessed with what you eat, restricting compensatory behaviors. Like if you eat something and you think that you need to go do cardio to offset the calories, you've got an eating disorder. Always worried about your weight, always worried about all that stuff, eating disorder. And one woman, which most women have eating issues, most will keep 12 people busy. Now, what does that look like? All right, I'll tell you, this one lady, she was so toxic. She was restrictive, binge, anorexic, whatever you want to call it. Everybody had to walk on eggshells around her. You couldn't talk about food. You couldn't say the word skinny. You couldn't say fit. You couldn't talk about health things. You couldn't say certain things around her. Oh, that bothers me. It's go fucking do the work so we can be normal. Go do the work. Okay, we're not going to tiptoe on eggshells around you. It's almost like you had to constantly walk on eggshells around this lady. Or she would be upset, pissed off, whatever. I was like, I can't imagine A being her. Not to mention, her husband cheated on her many times, had girlfriends for like years. And I'm like, I wonder fucking why. Always uptight. Always uptight. This girl was always uptight. Control fucking freak. Terrified of her own emotions and sitting in her own shit. Always needing everybody else around her to change and how they act and how they respond so she could feel safe. Toxic. Why do you think her husband had a girlfriend for 5 years? I'll let you answer. Doesn't take a fucking rocket scientist. Oh, you're saying we should act a certain way so we don't get cheated on? No, bitch, I'm not saying that. So zoom out and get out of your own stuff and come back when you're back down to earth. Okay, this one here. Oh, this one's good. As a woman, I love details. Do you love details? Yeah, you love details. I love details. And I tell my sons, I'm like, you've got to get details. Women love details. Because you'll be like, hey, your husband will be like, hey, I saw so-and-so at the game. Oh, really? What'd they have on? What'd they say? What'd they say about things? I don't know. And then if he tells us something, but we want to know like juicy details, men don't think like that unless he's gay. But men just don't think like that. And so like these little bitty things when he starts sharing to correct him. No, you forgot about this little bitty thing. You forgot about this thing. So correcting him and your sons and stuff like that. And women just in general don't like men, period. I was around this old hag one time. She had 3 daughters and I was in there. We were having this party thing at this complex we were at. My boys were there, tons of little boys. Little boys are very active. They're very physical. Okay. Tons of little kids running around hooping and hollering. And she was old, gnarly, just hell hag. And she goes, oh, this would not be the case if there was all girls. And I was like, huh, that's why you're alone in a fucking apartment with a bunch of fucking cats and nobody likes talking to you. Serious. But it's these types of things. And I've seen teachers who hate men, like women who hate men. Same thing with men who hate women. Like, I'm a very powerful woman. When I get around a weak man, he's got a problem with me. He's gonna call me a certain name. He's gonna say something demeaning to me because they have to put them down to feel better. And there's a lot of women like this too about men. They don't like men. They don't feel safe around men. That's really what it is. They've been hurt. She's been so hurt by men. Her mother's been so hurt by men. Her grandmother's been so hurt by men. Her great-grandmother, her great-great-grandmother's been so hurt by men. But staying afraid of men or afraid of pain from the masculine is not going to end the cycle of things not working out in the relationship department. We have to become queens. Is this making sense? This one, Skip, is working with me. We've been together 20 years. We went through this course in 2021. Changed my whole life. That's why I made it a course. I went through this sacred rite of passage for relationships and it changed my life. And I was like, I put it into a course. And having kids, especially now that they're 10 years old, businesses, entrepreneur, I've built multi-7 figures, teams, my own shit, being 40, like we go through it. We go through it. And when I'm run down and when I'm in survival mode and I've been just over giving to my fucking clients, undercharging, resenting, all this stuff, I bring it home and I'll start talking to him like a fucking mommy. And he'll be like, you talk to me like a parent. And I'm like, fuck. Like I have that tone with them. Little things like that. Little things like that. So you have to be aware of it. Oh man, so many. And this is like girl and boy. But when you redo what they did, I can't imagine this. I just want it done. I could give a fuck. But there's so many women who feel so inadequate. They need to I'll just do it. I'll just do it myself. Comparing him to other men. Do we even need to fucking go there? Do you really compare your husband and your partner to other men? So stop that shit right fucking now. Now, here's the thing. Let's just look from a scientific point how relationships affect your weight. Because I'm going to tell you energetically how it does it. But I just want you to know the science behind it as well. Because some of you bitches don't believe in intuition and like how trauma lives in the body and you like science. So let's just do that. And I like science. So I like that. Let's just do that. Okay. How do relationship problems affect weight and body? Like today, this client, private client, she was like, I'm stuck on this, I'm that. And I said, well, what do you want? She goes, I just want to feel sexy. I want to feel sexy. I want to feel sexy and be able to just feel sexy, walk around in panties if I want to. I was like, all right. So we went there. Energetically, we scanned everything, and it turns out she didn't feel safe. This was old maternal. It was crazy stuff. I won't even go there. We had to go heal and clear her womb space. That's Amar and Magic B. I have a whole entire body of work that helps you clear your womb space. But relationship by design is more on relationships. And we talk about energy vampires. Energetically, like people coming in and like draining you and shit like that. Boundaries. All that's in relationship by design. So it not only does it cover your interpersonal relationships, it's your work relationships. Because y'all, every aspect of your life, your body, your emotional, your hormones, everything. If you don't feel safe, your inflammation will be higher. You're not going to lose the weight. Your hormones are going to drop. Lean muscle mass is going to drop. You're going to be stressed out. You're not eating, all this. So cortisol, high and low, okay? Relationships, if you don't feel safe, it's going to either put you in overdrive, going to make you fat, or under. You're just going to just wear your adrenals out. If you constantly have to walk on eggshells, if you just don't feel safe to speak up because now they're going to gaslight you. Now they're going to put it back on you. Now because they're in their shit because you're not aware. You're going to your husband or your partner because you don't even know how to do things yourself. This is what we teach you here. It shuts down completely your thyroid. Your body's running on emergency. It doesn't feel safe. You're not able to speak up. All this is relationships. All this facial aging, hair loss, digestive issues, muscle tension, feminine energy disruption, y'all. You want to make more money. You want to have an easier life. You want to be able to go spend money, get your nails done, all these things, like do high vibe shit and not feel guilty about it. Start relationship by design, because what you're doing is you're healing yourself ultimately, which when you heal yourself, your outer world responds. This is why you're going to get better right now. The relationships I have in my life are way better than the ones I used to have, because I've done some more work on myself, right? I've taken relationship by design, all these things, receiving blocks, safety, stress, all these things. Just most of you are running around right now trying to be the good wife, trying to be the good mom and the good wife, and it's making you fat as shit. It's making you miserable, resentful. It's making everything hard and stressful. Yeah, if I hear one more woman say that she failed on her diet because her husband eats pizza and it's not fair, like, that's disgusting. It's disgusting that you are putting that on him. Grow up, heal your shit. Stop making everybody else around you need to be something else so you can get the results. There's no power there. There's no fucking power there. So when you're ready for power, when you're ready for massive permission to have a healthy, healed relationship where he's not going to cheat, you don't give a shit, and you're not worried about him looking at 20-year-olds because you're 45 and your tits sag or whatever, and you think that 20-year-olds and better. What You're not worried about that. Cheating is preventable. Cheating is preventable. Getting with toxic men, preventable. It's just, how willing are you to dive into this body of work and actually embody it? You can listen to it while you drive down the road. Got it? Okay, so it's on you now. Now that you know that you've got some work to do. We could go on, we could stay on here for a long time, but now that you know you've got some work to do, go read the blog, CaseyShip.com/blog, or send me a comment below this video and design. I'll send you the blog and you can see it. The link to sign up is on there as well. I wouldn't wait. Here's the thing. Like I said, I could charge a lot of money for this and I'm not. I could charge thousands of dollars for this and I'm not. The payments are on there and like it's very doable. So it's just get in, because I see it as, this is not just healing a relationship. To me, this is helping women reclaim sovereignty, reclaim themselves, healing their lineage, changing your children's life, how you experience this life. You're going to make more money. You're going to be happier. You're going to be healthier. You need to get started in here. Stop being the good wife and start being the religion, honey. That's it. That's it. So go check it out. Comment below design and I'll send that to you. Those of you that are in Quantum, the Quantum Mastermind, it comes with it. So do not purchase this. If you purchase, you should be taken to the access link. If not, just message us here on Instagram and say, hey, purchase Relationship by Design. Talk to you soon. Get it. Oh, fuck.